Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to take a break from tutorial, but instead I'm going to show you a quick tour of my sketchbook. I've been watching a lot of sketchbook tour from the other artists on YouTube, and I am absolutely in love. And finally today I can make one on my own. So this is gonna be a very relaxing and chill video. Don't forget to grab your drinks and just sit back and enjoy the video. Here is my sketchbook, and it is not very pretty because it is handmade by me. The first time that I DIY my own sketchbook, and I haven't finished the whole thing yet, but I am halfway there. So here is the first page of my sketchbook. This is the illustration of a sunflower bouquet. I found the photo on Pinterest and I kind of liked it, so that's why I decided to just sit down and painted this bouquet. And this is also the first time that I painted sunflowers, but I kind of like how it turned out. And next is a very loose and simple landscape. Also, I found the photo reference on Pinterest. And for this one, I remember that I tried to paint the clouds because that's one of the subjects that I find quite challenging. I thought that I ruined it back then, but now looking back at it, I think that it's not too bad. Actually, it looks pretty okay, I think. Next is another landscape, and this is one of my favorite things to paint. You probably will see a lot of landscape in this sketchbook. And this one is from a photo that I took from a park that I visited quite long ago, and it turned out quite good. I actually like the colors of the sky and colors of the greens in this painting, and I added a couple of birds, which is not in the original photo, but it actually adds a lot of movement and make the painting comes alive. And next is another landscape. This is also from a park nearby my house, and me and my husband took a walk in the late afternoon, and I just love how the sun hits the trees, and it has a very beautiful golden yellow color, but I tried to capture it, but it looked like it just doesn't turn out quite well. And here's another floral illustration. Also, I found this image of bouquet on Pinterest, and I kind of like the colors combination, so I just decided to recreate the photo with watercolors. And it turned out quite lovely. I kind of like it. Next we have another landscape. This one is the photo that I took when I went camping during the Memorial Weekend. So I had no idea how to paint this when I started, because one of the things that I find quite challenging in watercolor is how to capture shadow and sunlight. But when I finished it and now looking back at it, I think I was doing pretty good job. And this is also another painting that I recreated from the photo from that camping trip, but I'm not really happy with this one. I think it's just something off about this. So that's why it's just gonna be a sketch. And here is more landscape. This is the one that I try with the line and wash painting. So basically it's the same idea as pine trees, mountain, but I just try to change a little bit about composition, and also try to play around with different colors combination. Yeah, and I also make one of the tutorial on one of this painting, and that's the video about DIY Father's Day card. And with this one as well, this is also one of the design for my Father's Day card video. I will link the video below in case you want to check that out. And also this one, the same idea, mountain pine trees, but different colors and a little bit change about composition, but I'm very not happy about this one. And here's more landscape. This is also the photo that I took from my camping trip. The reason I decided to paint this because I love the sunlight, and it's just when I looked at the photo, it makes feel like it's created a very beautiful pattern. So that's why I decided to paint this. But the first attempt didn't turn out quite well, so that's why I decided to redo it probably a couple of times. But still, I haven't quite figured out how to paint this one yet, and all of the painting didn't turn out quite well, I think, but I plan to do it again soon in the future. And next one is a seascape. Probably this is the only seascape painting in the sketchbook. I don't know why. I rarely paint any seascape, even though I do like seascape. Probably I have to do it more in the future. For this one, I try to create the crashing wave, and I use a lot of wash for this one. And I think it's not that bad. It's quite okay, I think. And this next is something new. This is urban sketching, something that I never tried before. This is probably the first time. This is also recreated from a photo that I took in San Jose downtown. And even though it's not good, but I'm glad that I tried because this is something very new to me, and I want to commit to try more new things as an artist. And here's another landscape. I actually did the tutorial on this one on my channel. I will link the video link below if you want to check that out. But yeah, I have tried this one also a couple of times just to playing around with the colors and choose the one that I like the most so that I can make the tutorial on that. This one, I'm not really happy with the colors. I think it's just too bright. And this one is just like a little doodle. I actually don't know what to paint. I didn't know what to paint on that day, and I just sat down and then found a random photo and just like freely let myself loose and just painted whatever. Yeah, but I think that it's lovely though, even though it looks a little bit trite, but I love the colors here. I think that the colors make me feel happy. And this one is funny because as you see, these flowers look a little bit off and out of place because of the color is different from the other flowers in the painting. It's because I added it after on top of the vase that I already applied the purple. So when I applied the pink, it should turn out into a different pink and look completely off. But yeah, it's just a sketch, so that's okay. And here is another painting that I recreated from a photo that I took at a restaurant that we often go on weekend, and while waiting in line, in front of the restaurant there's a lot of flowers, and I thought it was so beautiful, so I took a lot of photos, and on that day just decided to sit down and then painted one of them. And this landscape is basically just the same as that one, and as I mentioned earlier, I just kind of played around with different colors combination. But I actually don't like any of these at all. I think that the colors look a little bit off, and the color just doesn't speak to me. I think that in a painting is very important. The colors plays a very important role. That's why recently I've been focused a lot on choosing the right colors for my paintings. Here's another painting from the camping trip that I mentioned earlier. I just kind of like the yellow white flowers, so that's why I decided to paint this one. But let's just leave it at a sketch because it just looked a little bit off to me. And here's the greens mixing chart. I've noticed that I've been using a lot of greens in my paintings because I paint a lot of landscape, so that's why I just kind of want to play around with different greens and want to take note if there is any greens that I like, so in the future if I want to use it again, then I always have something to refer. This is a Misty mountain range landscape that I actually had the video of me painting this. This is one of my sketchbook diary episodes. It's very easy, simple, and very suiting for a day that you don't know what to paint. Another Misty pine tree landscape. You probably see that I've been painting a lot of pine trees. I just love painting pine trees, and I've been liking a lot those Misty landscapes. And this is one of them. And I think that it's kind of easy and simple. I just love the misty effect in this painting, and also the colors. I love this one, and I think I may want to do tutorial on this one as well. More flowers for this one. I realized that I haven't been painting a lot of flowers lately, so that's why I decided just to kind of do random flowers. And here's my latest landscape in my sketchbook. I saw the photo on Facebook from someone I know, and I just love the photo so much that I decided to paint this one. I think that it's quite okay. It's just the colors that too bright for my liking. I am thinking that I may want to try this one again, but with different color combinations. And next is also the sketch from the same day that I actually make 3 sketches in one day. This is the Flower of Bouquet. This is just out my imagination. There's no photo reference. There's a couple of roses. I think roses is the one that I feel comfortable painting the most, and that's probably the only flowers that I know, I think. So that's it. It's just a doodle flowers, nothing special about this. And finally, this one is the Tulip Vase. For this one, I tried to play around with the new style. It's kind of loose and painterly style. And compared to this one, this is also loose flowers, but it's kind of very neat and tidy way. But this one is more freely and more loose, and It's kind of impressionistic. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that word, but it's kind of painterly style. It's very loose but turned out surprisingly I kind of like this one more than the others because I don't know. I think that it's communicate the emotion and the mood quite well, and the contrast is very good in this painting as well. And yeah, that's all the sketches that I have for up to now. I still have a halfway of the sketchbook to go to fill up, so I will show you another sketchbook tour when I finish with this one. And that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.